Hi, hi. My name is Marianne St. Clair, and I am here with Sheila Finkelstein, and we are having a conversation about my new Galaxy 10.1 2014 tablet, and also the Galaxy Note 3 phone. So I was an avid Apple user, love my Apple. Love the computer. I've had an iPad and I've had also the iPhone. And this year was time for an upgrade. And we decided to look at our options and see what else was out there. And as I started looking at the tablets, my passion, I do a lot of things online and remotely out, you know, in coffee shops or friends, or I'm a life coach. So I need the versatility and the mobility of the tablet versus setting up a computer all over the place. It's a little bit more cumbersome and, bulky. So I was looking at the options on whether or not to get a new iPad Air, the latest Retina version, or to get the 10.1 tablet. When I started looking at the tablet, it had so many different options that I could not get on the Air. One being the 10.1, it's a little bit bigger screen. Not much, but just a little, not much. So that's not big of a weighing factor. But one of the ones that really swayed me, because I like photography, and if you use Facebook or any of those things, being able to put typeface and put things on your photography to, put a message out to the world, adding a picture plus typeface is always something that, is people are really using these days. So one thing that the tablet gave me the ability to do was actually write and put typeface on my pictures very easily. I could take and snap one of my pictures and pull out. The 10.1 has the 2014 has a pen.
Can you do a share?
I'm not sure if I can do a shared. Where's that option?
Along the top.
Oh, can I? Along the top?
Or bottom. Or side.
Let's see here if it allows me. Nope. Leave this. With Zoom, I don't see that capability here to share the screen.
Okay.
I would love to. Maybe on another video we can set up that ability, because I thought about using my iPhone and being able to show on the screen. But the tablet pen, I don't know if you can see it. It has, I think, 28 here in this little tip. It has 28 pressure points. So as I press on it, I can make thin lines, thick lines. I can make it do all kinds of things. So one other thing that came up this week was I had a document that I needed to send out to somebody that they emailed to me. So I could save the document to my tablet. I could pull out my pen, capture the picture of that. Okay. No, it's not. No, it's not, but I'll be there in a minute. The tab, excuse me for the interruption, life and home. But the ability with the pen, I could write and sign and do the things right on my tablet. Now I think on maybe the iPad I could use my finger, but this I actually have a pen. So one thing I was doing a document that had a bunch of different questions for me to answer. And I was able to use this instead of printing it out to my printer, going with my pen and, sitting down with it and then maybe taking copies to get it back into my documents on the tablet. I had the ability to do it right on the tablet. The tablet also has multi-windows. Now we talked about, Sheila and I talked about that with OS 7, you can go from window to window, but what is amazing about this tablet is I can be watching a movie and I could be texting with someone right as I'm sitting here. So both windows can be open. I could have quad windows. It has a quad processor. So the multi-window was very enticing for several reasons. I could be working on a document, typing it, and I could go over to Google, find the information, and drag it right over to my document. With the pen, I also can press on the screen and bring up several commands with the pen. One is I can circle a spot, like if I had Google and I had an image or I had something that I wanted to save, I can draw a circle around it with the pen and it'll come up with several different options. Like I could email that straight to you, Sheila. I could also add it to my scrapbook or my notes. I have what's called S notes, and I can add 3 or 4 things to it. I could add the location. Say I have a meeting, I could put it straight into Google Calendar. I could add the directions by putting the map there. There's just capabilities that I'm only beginning to tap into. Another one that the camera was a 13 megapixel camera and a 1.8 on the front. So the back camera is even a clear picture than the Air. Even with the Retina, the camera was, how is this view? This is the front camera that is only a smaller camera than the back camera. We're finding the quality of pictures is increased. The ability to change from like day to night to portrait. There's a vast capabilities within the Note and the tablet to be able to change the pictures and the ability of the way you're taking the picture. And I know some of the apps for the Air have that ability also, but there's a lot built in right to this machine. I don't know, questions? What else do you have that I can expand upon?
No, it sounds great. Since I'm echoing on my end. And quiet.
With the Note 3, we did I don't have it right here. I would show you it. If next one we could do a whole thing on the actual Note 3. Let me see if I can get someone to bring it to me.
The Note 3
the Note 3 is the phone, and we did lots of comparisons out there between Apple lovers and just techie people that were cross-comparing the phones. It's getting the most amazing reviews, the Note 3. Even from, the tech people that have been Apple lovers. So I'm very new at it, so I can't give you, 100% of, being since the Apple III, the first version of the iPhone, to now I have been the biggest, you can't get anything but an Apple. But right now the operating system of the Android is not what I thought it would be. It's actually very good. Google is interfacing so much wonderful stuff. The only thing I did see that I am not 100% pleased with is Apple definitely, their hardware, their actual phone and the way it's made and everything. I'm much more pleased with the Apple than I am the Galaxy. But what's underneath and behind there, I'm pretty astonished with what all I can do so far.
Wow.
There's a lot of the same crossover in apps. I can use Evernote. I can use Zoom. I can use, you know, a lot of different photography apps. Now, Apple, there are more apps right now than there are for this platform, for the Android platform. But I think that I haven't seen anything that I've missed by changing over. I've only added 2. I got a little bit bored with Apple and what it was. You know, the updates weren't like challenging me. It's like, why get a new phone? I could update the OS 7 capability of the operating system, but yet we needed more memory. With the tablet and with the Note 3, it has an internal memory of 32 gigabytes, which, you know, you pay $299, I think, for the Apple iPhone with the 32 gigabytes, with the 2-year contract. This one you pay 30. Pardon me?
I think it might be even more.
Yeah. Well, this one with the 60, you have 32 internal, just like you would with an iPhone, but you can take off the back and you can put up to a 64 gigabyte additional memory to it. And you can also with the Samsung tablet. So if you do the math on that, you can take and add a lot of photos. You can add a lot of video. You can add notes and have a lot more ability that you don't have to put it all up to the cloud or put it over to the your computer. You've got 32 plus 64. You've almost got 100 gigabytes of memory. So that was something that my family needed because they're avid. They listen to a lot of music and they have like over 900 albums to their phones.
Wow.
So that's crazy to some people, and it's not, you know, to them. Now, I had maxed out my iPhone on photos. I'm photo and video, and so, you know, I needed another option. So that's why we, you know, started really looking, and so far we're pleased.
That's great.
That's great.
I had a and I lost it. You were talking about. Okay.
Well, let me keep talking for just a second because I had something else, and then you could you could maybe come up with it. Now, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did you get the data plan?
We're still on AT&T, so that part did not change. The tablet. The tablet, because we're on a shared. I'm on a shared family plan, so we have 10 gigabytes. I don't know if that's called gigabytes or megabytes, whatever it is on the what you use as far as the quantity of data. We're on a family shared plan, so that's just part of it. And I only have in this tablet, which may be a little deterrent to some people, but from what the market is doing out there, they're coming out of putting the phone capabilities in the tablets because there's so many places that you can use Wi-Fi. So for $1, I got a AT&T hotspot little gadget that I just pop in my purse. So whenever I need it, like driving in the car, that I don't have Wi-Fi, all I have to do is turn on my little hotspot. A lot of people are making their phones into the ability to add a hotspot to their phone. I have this one. It's another line, but I would have had to increase with the tablet with like an iPod Air. I would have had to increase a line, so I would have had to pay $10 extra. So that's all I'm doing with this little hotspot. But when I bought my tablet, it was like part of the deal at Best Buy that I could do. This tablet was a penny. I mean, not the tablet was a penny. The little hotspot was a penny. So it increases my bill by $10 to have that additional line hotspot. But now I have the capability of, if I need the tablet anywhere, I can use it anywhere. Great. Now, we did get another tablet through AT&T that was a package deal with my daughter's phone. For an additional $99, we got another tablet, and that does have it's another Galaxy, and it does have the ability to do the cellular. But my 10.1 2014, which is the high line of the tablets, does not have the cell in it. They've seen over the market share that they don't necessarily have to put the cell in it because there's so much Wi-Fi out there.
Yeah, I wasn't even. Cell. It was Wi-Fi. Like Lauren, you answered. Now do you remember? Now do you remember what I was going to say?
Okay. Yes, there's. Besides the added windows and being able to do the multitasking, there's they have in here a lot of Google features. And one thing you can do with this is, as you are using it and you're out there on the web and you find something you like, you can bring out your pen, pop out your pen, and press on it, draw the circle, and besides just emailing it, you could add it to Evernote. You can add it, a little window will come up across the bottom, and it has so many different capabilities of where you can send it, you can text it, so it's really quick in the multitasking. I watched a video on the comparison of Siri and the Google Voice, or the Voice Now, the Google Now, I think they're calling it, voice capabilities that is in with Siri. And this one was faster at finding almost everything, but the Apple was faster, Siri was faster at business multitasking. So things like setting a meeting, canceling a meeting, setting a reminder, things like that, Siri was better at for the business person. This was better at and faster at finding new directions, setting just a lot of stuff that would have Google going out and looking for it. Mm-hmm. So those are just some other little tidbits that were. And as we learn more and as we're able to do more things with the pen, I'll share them.
Well, great, thanks. My son has a pen. Android tablet. I don't know, the Gallup.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
Okay.